Hey, welcome to Keight Krafts. I'm Keight. Happy 2023! Today I would like to share with you a quick card using items I had in my stash. Let's get started. So here I have a panel cut out with the scalloped outside-in stitched rectangle, and I want to say it's probably the second largest one from the Stackables. And I'm taking a little piece of acetate here to kind of line up where I want my beaver from the Would You Be Mine set that comes from the Lawn Fawn's new Valentine's release. So once I've figured out where I want that to go, I'm just going to stamp this beaver directly onto my card panel. And then I'll end up making a mask because we are going to do a little bit of stamp masking today and ink blending and some fun stuff. So once I've inked that image out, we're going to get into a little bit of Copic coloring. Now I'm going in with my lightest to darkest, and I'm going to use this little technique where you leave a little bit of a white border near the edges of your item that you're coloring. Sorry, that didn't come out quite right. I did see this on YouTube from another creator. Again, I can't remember which creator, and for the life of me I could not find it, and they had learned it from somewhere else, wherever it was that they said that they learned it from, so I'm going to try it again. I know I've said this in a previous video last year, but I think I kind of like how it turns out. I would like to perfect this, but I'd also like to perfect my Copic coloring. So here I'm going in with my mid-tone just to blend out the dark tone, and then I'll even everything out with my light tone. Now I'll make sure to leave all of the colors and products that I'm using in today's video in the description box below if you are curious to any of them. So I'm going to come back in with that mid-tone again and give them a little bit of a bridge of a nose, and then that way I can blend that out with that light marker. And I do love me the E-series markers, especially the E70s. I think they are so warm and cozy, and I just really like them. So once I'm done that, I will go ahead and add in some of the little cheeks with this E2 marker. I just thought it was cute. It's this pink, or fruit pink color. And oh, I can't forget the nose, so I went in with that dark color. And then next I'm going to do the tail again, leaving that little bit of a white border around the edges while I do my dark, and then I'll blend that out with my mid-tone and make sure that that is all nice and shadowed in. You can see how the color kind of moves around and disappears. And then again, blending that out with my light tone. So I've gone ahead and cut out, I fussy cut, which I absolutely dislike, my little stamp mask here, and I'm going to load up my brush with this Tumbled Glass as best that I can. Now I'm finding that a lot of my oxides after almost a year are all kind of starting to dry up, and I really need to get more reinkers, and I still haven't cleaned my brushes at this point. I still need to watch a video on how to clean my brushes, so if any tips, feel free to leave them in the comments below. So once I'm done with that Tumbled Glass, I'm going to take this, this is the stitched, or no, not stitched, this isn't even stitched, this is a stencil. This is the Grassy Stencil by Lawn Fawn, and I'm just using it to kind of create a barrier, or a mask if you will, to create an illusion of sky and grass. So I'm going to go in with this Tumbled Glass, but I'm going to find in a minute here that it's a bit too light for what I want. And you can see here it's kind of like, oh, that's a little too neon-y, greenish yellow for me. So I'm going to put that away. And then I'm going to bring in this Mowed Lawn, because this will probably be a little more desired green that I need. And it'll almost create like, you know, a little bit of a brighter Mowed Lawn now that I'm mixing it in with that twisted Citron. So it won't be as dark and it won't be as light. And we're going to peel this off so you can see. And once I've got that out of the road, we are going to clean up a little bit. I'm going to come back in, and then we are going to do some splattering. So once I've got the colors that I want from my, what do you call it? My Pearlescent watercolors. They are in Sapphire Blue and Jade Green. These are the colors that we're going to do a little bit of splattering with, and I'm going to use that Grassy Stencil there on the edge, and I'm going to use it just to mask off everything, and I'll tap a little bit of that blue on there. Give me a second while I grab my little tiny stamping block here, which seems to be the perfect size for me to do any kind of splatter with, I think. And I'll mix in a little bit of water, and we'll just lightly dust that with a whole lot of splatter just to give it a little more interest. And then I'll wipe off that blue and clean off my brush a little bit, and then I'll go in with the green. But once that's dry, I gotta wait for it to dry. Then I'll put the stencil back on, and we are going to mask off that other side, and then I'll do the same on the bottom with the green. Now I really do enjoy using this little stamp block, as you can see with all the colors still left on it. I find that it's a perfect size for me to do what I need to do, and I've got about 3 stamping blocks that I use, all different sizes, but all rectangular. Eventually I'd like to get a few more, but I really don't do a lot of freehand stamping. It's too stressful for me. I like to double stamp things, and I absolutely love using the Misty. Now, I have a Hampton Arts stamp positioner, but I find that the Misty is way superior to it. Not that it's any worse or any better, but that's how it is. I kind of like it better. Now, once I've stamped off my mask, I'm going to go back in with that little piece of acetate just to kind of figure out where I want to put my sentiments, and I think for this one I am going to do 2. So I've got the I love you so damn much from the So Damn Much mini stamp with the little beaver on it, and then I'm going to go in with the Would You Be Mine from the Would You Be Mine set. So I've got 2 sets and 1 stamp with a little squirrel, and this is just kind of, I guess, maybe a 1-layer card, even though it's not really a 1-layer card, but I didn't want to add too much dimension to it, so I just wanted this to be quick and simple, something to just kick off the new year with, something easy peasy that anybody could do. So that's what we're doing. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, you know what I mean? So once I've gone ahead and double stamped that, then I will be able to go ahead and add that to another card base. So I had a stack of panels that I did with the Woodgrain background hot foil plate by Fawn that came out for their Valentine's Day release. And I had all these scraps of hot foil that I had to use up. So I went ahead and went in with my Pinkfresh Studio solid hot foil plate and created this wood grain pattern. Now, if you're thinking about getting a glimmer machine or any kind of hot foil machine, not the laminator kind, but the kind where you gotta put these plates on, I can't stress enough to, whatever you do, get yourself a solid foil plate because you will waste less. Even if it turns out distressed like this, it doesn't matter. You will waste less foil, and wasting less foil is always good. So once I've glued that on, I can go ahead and add in a little bit of red to my heart. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of the R29 and then the R24. I probably should have done this already off camera or while I was doing it, but we're not. And we're going to add a little bit of these high supply diamond clear jewels. This was also a part of that big giveaway that I won. I know I've already mentioned that in previous videos, but my supply of gemstones, rhinestones, sequin mixes, confetti mixes, and it's ridiculous. I even had to share some last year. I'd run a giveaway and decided to send some off, and yeah, it was overwhelming. I've even gifted some of these away for Christmas to my sister-in-law, so I still have plenty, and washi tape, so maybe you'll see a few washi tape inspired cards in the future, so that's another thing on my list to do. So once I've done adding all my little sequins, in a second here, once I get it, because of the glue, I will be able to go in with a little bit of my jelly roll. Now, I'd forgotten to do this, so once I'd completed the card and finished editing the video, I thought, oh shoot, I really need to add this in. So that's what we're doing. We are adding it in real time. This is how slow I actually do my dots. And I don't think I could do an entire video talking in real time. So everything I do is sped up. I am not this lickety-split, and if I was, I'd probably make a hell of a lot more mistakes. So I'm just going to go in with my dots and dashes around the edges of my little beaver here to give him a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to go in with the Sakura glazed pen in black. And I love how this gives the illusion of dimensional eyeballs for the little critter like this, and I think it's just so cute. So once that's done and dry, here is my finished card complete. I hope you enjoyed my first video of 2023, and I hope you guys all had a safe and happy new year. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Take care.